Well, here I am again, guys, back again for more Ocarina of Time. So, in the last episode, we just did a bunch more stuff at the Forest Temple. And in this episode, we're going to finish it up, because you can see a little skull on the map. And that indicates that the boss is nearby. So, the way you do this room is you rotate these things around, and you can get into different rooms. You step on this switch, and it'll always unlock a different room. And I think you want to rotate them this way, counterclockwise, as far as I know. Which is not very far, as far as I know. So, anyway, yeah, that got this one out. And we saw that one was on a blue carpet, but it's already blocked. So we can try doing this. Rotating it counterclockwise again. No one on that blue carpet. But there is one here. This one, all there is a chest containing more arrows, I think. Yep, bundle of arrows. And a gold skull as well, which we will use. I'll need to put my hookshot back on. So yeah, I actually think this dungeon is pretty cool. A lot of people say this is the best Zelda dungeon ever created, but personally I wouldn't go that far with it. But I think it's cool. It's definitely not uncool. So keep doing this counterclockwise. I think if you do it clockwise as well, it'll eventually come, I think. Yeah, here it is. It'll come to where you want. That unlocked that one, and that unlocks the final one, which is right across. So yeah, it looks like a complicated room at first glance, but really it's not too bad. And there are like paintings here in the 3D version, but there's no paintings here. Open this door, and go through to the boss room. And is there a boss in here? There's Triforce, but a bunch of paintings, but no boss. That's just, unless the boss is hiding, which he's hiding, he's pretty good at it. I gotta give him credit for that. Anyway, try to leave, and of course there is a boss in here, and he can just suddenly appear as soon as we got our back turned. And apparently, despite only being like this is about halfway through the game, we're already fighting Ganondorf. Or not, just Phantom Ganon, but that would be cool. And this is apparently actually not the halfway point. I was wrong. Anyway, get your bow out. Phantom Ganon will be in one of these paintings. The one that has the bright outline is the real one. He also has a copy, which is right there, and which doesn't have a bright outline. So you can tell that that's the one you're going to want to shoot. I think this is it. Yeah, it is. So keep shooting with arrows like this. He's pretty easy. Well, he could be a little hard the first time you fight him. But if you know the tactics, this part's pretty easy. So shoot him 3 times, and then he comes out. Fights you like this. Shoot stuff at you. You can shoot them back at him. Slash him up. And that missed, of course. Hit it back, and of course I keep missing today. And that hit me, unfortunately. Fortunately for him, but of course we cannot let him be fortunate, and he was fortunate again as soon as I said that. Anyway, when he gets far away like this, prepare for a fight. Because he's going to keep hitting it back at you. And I messed up. The ones up close to him stun him for quite a short time, but the ones, if you can actually manage to hit it a bunch of times and get it back to him, they stun him for a really long time. You can get like about 4 jump attacks in on average. I'm doing it again. I missed. I better not die on this boss after I said he was pretty easy. He keeps getting faster every time he hits it back. That was easy. I think maybe 2 more jump attacks should do it. Stun him again, 1 more time. And that was great. Absolutely wonderful. Anyway, he should be hitting it back again, because he's a jerk. And I'm really low on health, and why do I keep holding the button down? I'm used to having an Ocarina of Time 3D where I have to keep holding the button down to target. If I'm doing this bad at this, I'm not looking forward to later in the game. Not giving away any spoilers, but this is very bad. 1 heart left. I'm probably gonna die after I said it was easy. Which, I've learned my lesson now. Never say bosses are easy. They're always gonna come at you really hard. And with that, he's dead. And I miraculously did not die on that. Thank goodness for that. He's dead, finally. You can hear the voice of Ganondorf. Rather, you can see the voice of Ganondorf. Zelda's text is a little... well, I think I speak for everyone when I say we could all do without it. We could do without as much text. Voice acting would be a little iffy in a Zelda game, but... anyway, we've beaten that dungeon, finally. And let's pick up our heart container. Let's not forget it, especially since I have 1 heart left. That brings us up to 9 hearts. And backflip into this. This will take us to a sage chamber, which is the reason we came here to awaken the sage, and as usual I'll be quiet during the cutscene. So after that fairly long cutscene, if you count both of those as one whole cutscene, we've now got the Forest Medallion for awakening Saria as the Sage of the Forest, and we've just learned that we are not a Kokiri, but actually a Hylian, which you should know from the start if you've already played this game, but anyway, there's not much else that we can really do in this video. Beating the Forest Temple was pretty good progress. And once you have beaten the Forest Temple, Kokiri Forest returned to normal. All the Kokiris are back here. And, yeah, the enemies are gone, thankfully. But really, it's not that much of a change, because you don't need to come back to Kokiri Forest ever again. So, unless you just want to come back and do random stuff here. But, yeah, I'd say on that note, I will leave you guys and see you again for the next episode. And in the next episode, I think what I'll do is I'll just go, there's quite a few stuff we can do now that we have the bow, which I'll probably just show off some of that stuff, what you can do with the bow. I might start, after I've done that, I might begin the quest leading into the next dungeon. I'm not sure, we'll have to see how it works out, but anyway, I'll see you guys later.